APT41, a Chinese state-sponsored threat group, has been caught using new malware called TOUGHPROGRESS to exploit Google Calendar for covert command and control operations. This video is sponsored by Stonefly. More on that at the end of the video. This campaign was first observed in October 2024 and reveals a sophisticated method of using legitimate cloud infrastructure to avoid detection. The attack began with spear phishing emails, which delivered zip archives through a compromised government website. Inside the archive were 3 files: a malicious Windows shortcut file disguised as a PDF, and 2 fake image files labeled 6JPG and 7JPG. These were actually encrypted components, including a DLL known as PLUSDROP, which decrypted the payload when the LNK file was executed. Importantly, all of this happened in memory, leaving no trace on the disk. Once the system was compromised, a second-stage module called PLUSINJECT launched the final TOUGHPROGRESS payload. Using process hollowing, it injected itself into a legitimate Windows process, svchost.exe, making detection even more difficult. TOUGHPROGRESS then connected to hard-coded Google Calendar events, using them to receive encrypted commands and send back stolen data. For example, the malware looked for specific calendar entries on dates like July 30th and 31, 2023. Commands placed by the attackers in those events were pulled down, decrypted, and executed by the malware. The communication protocol added another layer of obfuscation. Data was first compressed using LZNT1, then XOR encrypted with a 4-byte session key and a 10-byte encrypted header. Once processed, the malware wrote encrypted output to new calendar events, effectively using Google Calendar as a two-way communication channel. To stay hidden, TOUGHPROGRESS operated entirely in memory, avoided writing files to disk, used legitimate system processes, and leveraged Google's trusted infrastructure to blend into normal traffic. Static analysis was made harder through control flow obfuscation, such as indirect function calls and dynamic address calculations. Google has since taken action, shutting down attacker-controlled calendar and workspace assets, enhancing safe browsing protections, and blocking associated malicious domains. Affected organizations were notified and provided with indicators of compromise to support their incident response. APT41 has previously abused other Google services like Drive and Sheets for similar purposes. This latest campaign underscores their ongoing strategy of hijacking legitimate cloud platforms to evade detection while conducting cyber espionage. And now a word from our sponsor. Get 128 terabytes Veeam, Rubrik, Commvault Immutable, and air-gapped backup and disaster recovery appliance for $11,995. Contact sales at stonefly.com for details. Subscribe for more cybersecurity news, and don't forget to like this video. Until next time.